Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing another one of these 24-hour readathons. I have done 2 of these videos on my channel and I want to do one today, but this time I want to do something different. So if you guys have watched a lot of these 24-hour readathons on YouTube, you'll know there's 3 different types. The first one is the timer method, where you start a timer when you start reading and you stop the timer when you stop reading. And then the second one is when you do 12 hours in a day and you do it for 2 days, so 12 hours in one day and 12 hours in the second day. And the last one is the one where you read for a full 24 hours and you just pull all-nighters and not sleep for 24 hours. I have done the timer method twice now and I want to do something different in this time's readathon. I want to try the 12-hour in one day and 12-hour in the second day. The chances of me doing the 24-hour full in one day is basically not going to happen because I cannot stay up late. I cannot pull all-nighters. I'm too old for that. I'm not going to pull all-nighters, but we're going to try the 12-hour one. I want to see how many books I actually get to read in those 12 hours, and I'm going to try my best to actually read for 12 hours. Kind of difficult because I do have work. I need to take care of my dog. I need to eat, all of those things, but we're going to try our best. That's the motto of this video. We're gonna try our best. I actually aimed to start this video at 12 p.m. so that I can go from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. but right now it is 12 p.m. so I woke up at 10 a.m. today because I had such a rough night yesterday. So I slept for a very long time and I woke up at 10. I didn't try to set an alarm because I was really tired yesterday. Because I started the day late, I had to do a lot of things before I start this video, which is why I'm starting this a little bit late, but it's okay. We can just go on until a little bit later. I might just start at 12:30 p.m. and then go on to 12:30 a.m. I think that makes sense. Yeah, that's the agenda for today's video. I'm excited to get this started. I really want to see how it's gonna go. I'm very bad at reading 3 hours and not doing anything except for reading. My attention span is very limited. I usually read for an hour and then I play for an hour and then I read for another hour. Hopefully this is not going to fail. I'm gonna try my best. Reading plans, I don't really have that many. I'm trying to go through my August TBR. I actually read 3 books already, I think, on my TBR, and I'm currently reading the 4th book that is on my TBR. I am not forcing myself to read these books, but I don't actually have any inkling to reach for any book, so I just decided to go for the books that are on my TBR. So the one that I'm currently reading is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I didn't read a lot. This is in the middle of chapter 2, page 14. I'm still gonna read this because I'm actually enjoying the book. I'm just a little bit surprised by how long the paragraphs are. Look at how long one paragraph is. And I know this book is about gaming. The 2 main characters, they create a game, but they actually met when they were young. They met in a hospital and they became friends then. And as they grew up, they never met, but one day they met somehow and they decided to make a game together. Sadie is the female main character and Sam is the male main character. So that is so far what I know about this book. I'm gonna finish up a few things and then we're gonna start 12:30 p.m. This book is actually less than 400 pages. Less than 400 pages. If I read 1 page a minute, then this should take me... My math is not mathing. This should take me 6 hours to get through, so half the day. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Fingers crossed, I'm actually gonna read a lot today. p.m. I think. Where's my phone? I don't know where my phone is, but it is currently 4 p.m. and I am now at page 143. What I really like mostly about this book is the fact that we have a wide range of personalities with the character. The fact that they all have different backgrounds and they grew up differently, but somehow they all connect on the same level and they can understand each other very well. That is what's keeping me going with this book. Other than that, because it is about making a game, I'm not very much interested in the game making process. I don't really understand that part, so it kind of like throws me off sometimes, but that's a very small portion of the book and I am flying through it because the characters are all just very interesting to read about. The thing is with this book, it's not really just about the relationships between the characters, but you also get a lot of backstory of like history and racism and cultural appropriation. I am enjoying the book. I'm gonna continue reading because obviously I have to continue reading this, but I'm gonna take a quick break. I need to edit a video. I totally forgot about that, so I'm gonna quickly do that and then I will come back and read maybe in 30 minutes, but so far I am loving the book. My eyes are really blurry right now. Like I can't see clearly. I don't know if it's because I've been staring at my book for a while and it's kind of dry. It's currently 6:30 at night. You guys see that? Yeah, it's 6:30 right now. I am now halfway through Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I'm at page 213. This is part 5, pivots. Actually went out to walk my dog just now and I took a shower, so I did waste like an hour to do that, and then I continued on reading, and those past few pages that I read were very, very heavy. I should have checked trigger warnings, but I didn't. But I should have expected it because this is, I think, an adult literary fiction book. The characters in here experience a lot when it comes to life. You get a lot of grief in this book. You also get drug abuse. You also get abuse in general. Trauma. It's very, very heavy. So if you guys are not looking to read a very heavy book, don't get into it. I like the fact that the characters are very realistic. The way they think, the way they act. I'm at the point where the story is getting really interesting, so I don't want to stop reading this.
What if I just lost it? Would I still be my own enemy? 24 exhausted, sucking in my stomach, I can't breathe. Standing in the mirror and it's screaming back at me. I change my clothes 1,000 times, feel worse about what I see. These unrealistic expectations, calm down. All of myself when I'm impatient and I don't feel good enough. Next time I have these thoughts, I'll take my time. I love myself when I don't love myself. I can't even post a picture. I think I've been in a loop for days. I hate every angle. I'm afraid of showing on my face.
My eyes are really blurry right now. Looking towards the camera, looking anywhere else, I feel like I'm having doubles of everything. So if I look weird, it's because I really cannot see myself in the viewfinder. I am done with Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I'm also feeling a little bit unhinged because of how this book ended, because of how this book went on. Going into this, I did not expect what came out of it. And I think that was what really is making me speechless right now, because I don't really know how to feel about the book, because it's so good in a sense where I just love reading stories about people's lives, especially when it's about characters that start in college and they grow up to their adult lives now, whether it's their late 20s or their early 30s or their late 30s. I find it all very interesting to read because it kind of depicts a lot of realistic and relatable situations. If you're looking to read a romance book when you get into this book, you're going to be extremely disappointed. This is not a romance book. This is about friendship. This is about growth. I tabbed a little bit. I didn't do a lot of tabbing. I was very, very in the moment when I read this book, but any time that I felt like I needed a tab, I just put a tab on. I did not highlight. I didn't want to waste time highlighting this book. But yeah, I had so much fun reading this. It was very, very insightful. It's currently 10:30 p.m. by the way. 10:30 p.m. and I'm gonna pick up my next book. I actually thought of what book I want to pick out. After this book, I really want to pick something that's more lighthearted. I think I'm gonna get a Kindle read, like a Kindle Unlimited romance read. I'm gonna try and see what's on my current library, and then we'll pick out a book. I washed my face and I brushed my teeth and got ready for bed, but I'm going to be reading Playing by the Rules by Monica Murphy. This is the second book in the Players series. The first one is called Playing Hard to Get. I read this in the beginning of the year, I think, and I did rate this pretty high. I think it was 4 stars, but I did like the story, and I thought I would just continue to read the second one in this interconnected standalone series. I feel like for me, sports romances are very much my mindless go-to reads, especially when I just want to read something that's romance heavy. I'm gonna head to bed now, and I will update you guys tomorrow. It is actually currently 12:30 and I just came back from my little outing, but I was on the car when it hit 12. So I've been reading, what's it called? Playing by the Rules. On my Kindle, I am at 69%, so I'm almost done with this book. According to the Kindle, I have 51 minutes left in the book. I don't remember the first book being this cringe and also weirdly written. I don't really like the main character. I felt like sometimes he was objectifying the female main character, which kind of throws me off. And also the female main character, Blair, she is a little bit annoying. She constantly questions Camden's feelings for her, but it's pretty obvious that he likes her. Overall, my feelings are not so great about this book. I am kind of not feeling it right now. 51 minutes left in this book. I want to continue reading this and finishing it, and then we'll pick another book later. But I did start at 12 p.m. today. I probably need to go and eat lunch, and then I have to feed my dog for a bit, and then I will continue reading. The way they got together was a bit weird, and the way he started liking her was also a bit weird. I couldn't kind of rationalize the relationship. That's my feelings about Playing by the Rules. I am done with Playing by the Rules, and I don't even know what to say because the story was weird, and even the flow was weird. The pacing of the plot was weird, and I think this book just wasn't for me. Camden and Blair's relationship together didn't feel very real. I also can't figure out for the life of me what the conflict in the story was. It didn't feel like a conflict. If it was a conflict, like it was resolved way too easily. I didn't feel too much about this book, and although I really liked the first one, the second one was a little bit of a letdown. Maybe I had high expectations, but I didn't really enjoy it, so I'm gonna give this either a 1.5 or a 2. I also picked out my next book. I'm going to be reading Heartbreak House Share by Emily Merrill. From what I know, in this book, the main female character went through a breakup and she moved out of the house and went into a house share. And in this house share, there are 3 other women who are also in their 20s, and they kind of go through life together. This also pretty thin, and the writing is fairly big, so I think I can get through this pretty quickly. Right now it's 2:30, so I'm gonna get to starting this. Hopefully I can get this done before nighttime. Hi guys, I want to give an update on Heartbreak House Share because I am now at page 118, chapter 13, and I am freaking loving this book so much. Why didn't I read this sooner? Our main girl character, Felicity, she is 22. I also know that Maya, who is one of the roommates in here, she is 25, and Stacy is 27. So you get a wide range of people who are in their 20s, and it's so interesting to see all of their lives and how they differ and how they go through life in their 20s. She's also a journalist, so in this story she basically gets recruited by her boss to write a column about life after her breakup because Flick decided that she wanted to make a 20s list post breakup, being a single woman in the city of London. I am very much in my 20s too, and I just really relate to every single person who is in this house share. I also stopped before Flick's first article, and reading about that article I feel so emotional and I'm having so much fun. There is a little bit of romance in here, but I don't think it's the main part of the story, and I love that it's not the main plot of this book. I love that the plot of this book is more of Flick going through her life in a new city with new people around her. It's so good. I feel like when she moved into that house share, her feelings were very much like when I moved into college for the first time and met my roommates for the first time. I also shared a house with 3 other girls, and they are now my best friends for life. So I just feel like this was such a relatable book. It's so good. I love it so much. Writing is great, plot's great. Even the male main character, who is supposed to be her love interest, is great. It's like a golden retriever type of guy. And it's also 4:30 p.m. by the way. So I don't know if I can get this done by like 6 p.m. I don't think so, because I still have 200 plus pages to go, but still pumped to get this done. It is currently 5:48. Can you guys see? I am still on Heartbreak House Share, but I am now at page 206. We're more than halfway through, and I have about 170 pages left to the end, which is very good. I am still really liking this book. It's very comforting, it's very nostalgic. It just really hits because it's about your 20s and I'm in my 20s, and whatever they are feeling, I felt and or I'm feeling right now. So I really like the book. I might not do that many updates today because my boyfriend's coming over and I'm not comfortable filming in front of a person, so I probably won't do that much updates. Probably will finish this in like 2 hours maybe. I might only give my thoughts on this book tomorrow, and I also need to pick out another book after I finish reading this one, so I'll just do b-roll footage. Maybe that works. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading this. I am here to end the vlog because it is currently the next morning and it's actually 12 p.m. I had a workout session this morning, and so I just took a shower and I'm finally going to be ending this video and also talking about how I completely failed yesterday's reading situation. I finished reading Heartbreak House Share at around 8 p.m. and then I went to pick up a new book, and I picked up Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J Maas because I've been wanting to get into that book. It's the last book in the Throne of Glass series. And then I was reading it and I think I reached the 2nd chapter when everything just felt really heavy, and I didn't want to read that book because I was going to cry. So I stopped reading it because I couldn't get too emotional at that time. I picked up another book and I was looking to pick up another romance book, but I realized in my cart I barely have any romance books. So I picked up Finale by Stephanie Garber. These are the 2 books that I picked up yesterday night, and for Sarah J Maas. In the middle of chapter 2, this is, oh no, chapter 3, sorry. I'm in the middle of chapter 3. This is page 34. I'm not gonna get into it. And then I picked up Finale and I am at page 40. This is chapter 7. And this is the 3rd book in the Caribou trilogy. This one is about both Donatella and Scarlet. I don't really know what this premise is about. I know it follows the story of how Legendary ended, but I don't actually really know how this is going to go on. It's a little bit confusing to me, but the beginning was great. And something else that's really exciting about this book when I picked it up was that this book's actually kind of floppy. If you guys can see, this book is hard, but Finale is floppy. And it's so weird because they're both from Hotter and Stoughton. Super weird, but I'm not complaining because the reading experience is going to be so much easier. But yeah, that is the reading that I did yesterday from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Actually, no, I slept at 11 p.m. I fell asleep. If you combine both books together, I only read 70 pages. Apologies for failing very badly. But let me talk about the book that I actually read in this video. So the book that I read first is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. As for my rating, I was in between 4 or 4.5. I kind of want to give it 4 because there is this one portion of the book, I think it's the section that says Pioneer, that I felt like was a little bit boring, or at least I felt like it didn't add much to the book. At the same time, this book really gave me a lot of insight, and it was also very eye-opening because they were so realistic and relatable in their actions. I really like the characters. I can't justify giving this a 4.5 because of that one chapter. I think I'm gonna give this a 4 stars. And then I read Playing by the Rules. I read the first one and I really liked the first one, but this one fell flat to me and I didn't even like the two characters. I also really didn't like the plot and how they went on. It was very cringy. Everything was just a little bit weird. I read this on my Kindle, by the way, and I decided to give this 1.5. I wanted to give this 2 stars, but I couldn't even justify the 2-star rating. It just didn't hit me, so I'm not going to rate it a 2-star. I'm gonna give it 1.5. And then the last book that I finished is Heartbreak House Share by Emily Merrill. This one is going to be a 4.5 stars. One of the things that I loved about this book wasn't just about the friendships between the girls in the house share, but also between Flick and her sister Suze. I really like the sibling relationship between the two of them. It kind of depicts a lot of my relationship with my sister, and I feel like it was just very heartwarming and it tugged in my heartstrings, and I felt like it was a very comforting read overall. I'm only giving this 4.5 because around page 300 something happened, and for me that was just such a predictable part of the plot that I didn't really enjoy. That's why I'm giving it 4.5. But if that part was not there, this would have been an easy 5 stars, but it's gonna be a 4.5 instead. And I did not expect to only read 3 books, but I only read 3 books, so it was a total fail. I think if I continued reading on yesterday night, I would have at least done 3.5 books. I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for watching, and I apologize that this video was a little bit lackluster, but I hope you guys still enjoyed. And if you guys liked this video, don't forget to like it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.